And welcome back, everybody. This is the 10-minute podcast. I am Dan.
I am Vic.
And today's topic is going to be...
Marvel movies.
That's right. And we are going to be starting the timer in just a second. And go. All right. So, my personal favorite Marvel movie has to be probably the first Avengers.
First Avengers?
Yeah, I just have a lot of... what's that word?
Nostalgia?
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the word. Love that movie. I mean, I saw it with you guys.
Yeah.
I was in high school. I was an impressionable young man, and I was like, "Wow, this is exactly what the world needs right now."
Yeah, what the world needs. Yeah, man. I that's not a bad pick. I mean, honestly, Marvel movies have a really special place in my heart for the same reason with nostalgia. I think we were the perfect age for the Marvel movies. Because think about it, we were little kids when like Spider-Man came out, Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. We were like 10, 11 when Iron Man came out.
Yeah.
Like we were like it was so cool to us because we were so little. And then we got to kind of grow up like in high school was when the Avengers movies and stuff were coming out. So I think we were just a perfect age.
They prepped us, man. They got us in there.
And yeah, the first Marvel movie I think that we saw, was it the Avengers?
I think so.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was. It was like our freshman year. Our parents dropped us off at the movies, and that was the first midnight premiere that we went to go see.
Yeah, that's right.
And it was so much fun. And since then, we've pretty much seen probably 90% of the Marvel movies.
That's right.
At the premiere, and so yeah, they have like a really special place in mi corazoncito.
As of lately, though, I really couldn't care about a new Marvel movie that comes out.
Yeah.
Like anything that comes out, I'm like, oh, that's great. That's still going on. You know, so. I think it's getting like repetitive, man. They're really trying to juice as much money out of this as they can, man.
Yeah, and I think it shows now.
Yeah,
because really, I think Endgame would have been the perfect fairy tale ending for Marvel to just break in their billions and billions of dollars that they made with their movies and kind of just call it there. I'm not upset that they're still making movies. Like I get it. But it's just, it seems so repetitive now.
Beating a dead dog or something like that,
yes,
right?
dude, for real, man. Like, everything leading, because it felt like everything was leading up to something because you knew it was leading up to that final Avengers movie, right?
That's right.
And so it was so cool that you got to see all these puzzle pieces and how they fit in together to this one last movie with this awesome villain and all these great heroes and stuff and how it ends. And it was such a good ending. And then, like, you have some, like the Spider-Man movie, Far From Home, or no. No Way Home.
No Way Home
was such a good movie. Like,
I love that movie,
man.
bro. Yeah.
But other than that, they've all been kind of disappointing, man. Like,
yeah,
because it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. Like you just feel like you're just going to the movie and that's it.
You're just going for the brand Marvel, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And so, other than the Spider-Man movie, I think when you see the new Thor movies that came out, I thought it sucked. They've had some flops, man. Like when you think about it, prior to Endgame, they really didn't have flop movies. Like the closest,
they were all bangers. They all sold, and they were all really good.
I think the only one I'll make the argument that it wasn't that great was Captain Marvel and the Ant-Man movies. I wasn't the biggest fan, especially
really.
The
you
second
didn't like the Ant-Man movie?
The first one was okay. I didn't think the second one was good. The third one looks stupid as hell to me. I don't know.
I haven't seen it. I don't know. My baby boy Jonathan Majors is in it, so
yes,
I will. I definitely want to see that because of him. So.
Yes, you do, you weirdo. So yeah, dude, they seem like now I feel like there's more flops than good ones.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they're still making money, but now it's just kind of like Morbius. You remember that damn movie?
I didn't even see it.
I saw it.
You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it with Nick, and man, it was shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad, man. And the Eternals movie, I didn't think it was horrible, but I think it was great. But that's the thing, like before that, every Marvel movie that came out, it was like, oh dude, yeah, us and the boys, we're gonna go see that thing.
Yeah.
And now for some of those movies, it's like, oh, that came out already. Like we went to we went to go see the Black Panther movie, and I mean, I'll give them a little bit of a break here because their lead died.
He died.
That's so sad,
true.
but that's what happened. You know?
Yeah.
But it was kind of, I didn't like.
It was
that
mid.
Movie.
Yeah. The first one was amazing. I was like, that was a cultural moment I will forever remember in my life.
Really.
And then the second one, this was the second one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just like not. I wasn't in it. My heart wasn't in it. And Chadwick Boseman died.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think they could have taken it somewhere else. I feel like this one they played it like really, I think kind of safe.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of the movies now.
You think so?
Yeah, and I think I'll get to my next point, but for the Black Panther movie, I get how important and culturally significant the first one was, but I think it's overrated.
Really?
I thought when I saw it, I was like, oh, that had some cool scenes in it and stuff. But I remember coming out of it kind of like,
dude, Kendrick Lamar executive produced the music.
The music was, it had a really great album. It was, that's what I'm saying. Culturally, it was like, oh man, great. Like that's awesome. You know what I mean? Like you have this black superhero, and it's Chadwick Boseman. He's a total badass, and Michael B. Jordan.
Yes,
he
played. He is literally one of my favorite villains of all time. Man.
Yeah,
like he played the hell out of that.
He did, and
I don't think it's overrated. I gotta disagree with you on that.
Yeah,
one, bro.
no, I mean, yeah, I don't think it's a bad movie, but it's just not like when I think it's like, especially now when I rewatched it. I rewatched it recently on FX, and I was kind of like, oh, like that's not as cool as I remember.
I can see that about the not being as cool as you remember, because I did see it again, and I was like, okay,
like
interesting. I think it was a very I don't know. I saw Kendrick Lamar and I was like, oh, dude, yeah.
Dude, you know what's funny is that when you're watching something in the moment, you think like, oh man, that looks great. Yeah. And then when you rewatch it, you really notice the details on special effects, at least for me.
I never noticed that. You and Obit always like say, like, hey, did you see that CGI? And I'm like, what the hell are you guys talking about?
Yeah, man. Like, especially on rewatches is when I really noticed like, oh, that doesn't like look very good at all. Like there's some scenes where it's like, it just looks like, oh man, that literally looks like from 2004, or like something. And it's like, man, Marvel, you have billions of dollars to throw at these movies.
Yeah,
like,
it's just I think they're trying to just like they're doing quantity over quality
for
nowadays,
sure, dude.
man.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they have shows now,
right?
How
many movies have come out in the last like year,
dude?
Like 4?
Yeah, maybe? Yeah, an insane amount.
Yeah.
Plus they have shows now, right?
Shows. Yeah, it's just like we just talked about it with music, but when it comes to flooding the market, I really think Marvel is like really oversaturated.
Yeah,
stuff.
they're doing it like in a monopoly kind of way though.
Yeah.
The other one, the music is just like, oh, people are being opportunistic about it.
Yeah.
You know? Here it's like, oh, like,
dude, you're beating this horse.
Yeah.
But also, we talked about this before. It seems like there's just no stakes now in these movies.
Yeah, there's nothing at risk, right?
There's nothing at risk, or it's like an insane amount of things that are at risk. Like when you think about the Spider-Man movies. They're great movies, other than the third one, because
wait, that's the one you just said was good.
No
Way Home.
No. I'm talking about the original Spider-Man movies.
Oh,
like the original Marvel Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire. Like when you see Spider-Man 2, I think that's arguably the best Marvel movie ever. And when you look at the stakes of that movie, it's half of New York might blow up. And then you go to like Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness or whatever, and it's literally like, oh my god, the entire multiverse is gonna collapse. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's just too much. Like it's either too much at stake, or it's like it doesn't feel like there's anything at stake. You know what I mean? Like with the other movies, it felt like you're building up to something. So of course there's stakes, right? Because it's a build up to Endgame or whatever.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of like, oh, okay, it's the stakes for this movie, and then we'll move on to the next movie, and then you're gonna have some other stakes. I know that's how movies work. But it just seems like now when you see a movie, it's literally like, oh, the fate of the entire universe is on this or something. You know what I mean?
That kind of makes me think of the format then, huh? Because you know how like superhero movies are, superheroes in general were traditionally comic books, right? Or like animated TV series, and they each episode or comic book had like, even sometimes like goofy premises, like, oh, Batman goes underwater for the first time. You know what I mean? So like, I think it'd be hard to go any other direction in a movie that has like millions of dollars invested into it, right. You know. So I think that's kind of like a trap in itself too, because you can't have Batman go underwater, you know, for the first time ever and make it funny, you know. So
no, and I think like I don't blame Marvel for not putting out these high quality movies. How high quality can you put out 40 movies? Like they're not all gonna be great.
No,
you know
right?
What I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like you can make some good ones, and then after that you kind of gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't think I would be bummed out if I never got another Marvel movie ever again.
True.
You know what I mean?
I'll wait 10 years for the next one, man. That way I can reset my clock.
It'll be fresh, make something really cool. Like I'm excited for the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, but even that seems kind of goofy now. Like, I don't know if it's just us getting older. And
no, I think it's definitely has something to do with them. Because I'm usually like, you know, I try to be understanding of like newer things, but no, it's definitely they're beating a dead horse. They're beating a dead chicken with a chicken.
Yeah. So yeah, it's honestly kind of sad to see, because Marvel movies were like everything when they were coming out. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, they literally like during COVID, they like they like made me happy.
They made like a resurgence, right? With streaming and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like I watched everything from Iron Man all the way to the new one. I was like, wow, this is like I felt like a kid again, dude.
Yeah.
And then we saw Doctor Strange, the newest one, and I was like, this is garbage. This is actual garbage.
Yeah, like I loved being there with you guys to get to hate on it together.
Yeah,
but it was before we would come out of the movies and it was like, dude, that was so awesome. Like, and we would have our theories for what happens next.
We'd stay at
we'd stay at Sonic. We'd go to Sonic every time after we saw a movie, and we would just talk about the movie and how excited we were for the next one or whatever. Like, just totally geek out about it, man. Yeah. And I feel like I still like to do that. Like, I'll talk about Avatar for days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that used to be that with Marvel, and I don't think it's that anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely going away, man.
Yeah, so sad.
But 10 minutes, guys, goes by when you're having fun.
Yep.
Leave us a comment down below about your favorite Marvel movie and what you think of the Marvel franchise now and in the future. Other than that, this has been Dan
and Vic,
and we'll see you on the next one.
Mm-hmm.